What's up, everybody? Peace, love, wholeness. This your girl, the X-rated version of All Lightning. I hope I ain't about to come in too frightening. I know I ain't about to come in too frightening because I'm about to talk about what um my spirit team, or what people call their spirit team, what my angels and my ancestors and my star sisters and my spirit guides wanted me to look at. So, one day, I was like, I don't know what I want to do today and all this. And something was telling me, watch. Hey, leave that alone. To watch something on Netflix. And so I was like, okay. And I was like, I kind of don't want to watch nothing on Netflix. And then I was like, I kind of want to watch something like, playful, or, something old school, whatever like that. So I went to Disney, and I was like, what do I want to watch on Disney? Now, I always, like, as a child, I always liked it, the fairy tale kind of movies, like Cinderella. Hey, I'm doing the video. I always liked it, the fairy tale movies like Cinderella. Um, and these was my two go-to that I always used to watch was Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast. And so I watched Cinderella, and it made me cry. You know what I'm saying? When I was a child, it made me feel bad, but I don't think I cried. But it made me cry because I felt, I felt Cinderella, and it's because, you know, she was doing so much for everybody, those people around her, and they was just so ungrateful. They made her as to be like they slave, or and she was just so beautiful, and that's how I see myself. you know I had to go through, you know feeling like I wasn't good enough, or feeling like, there was no way, you know out. And then, on top of that, being married to somebody who always having, had a wandering eye. It was just like my self-esteem was shot. And that's another reason why I do, you know um make my own clothes and stuff like that. But and not to mention, even with that, Cinderella, she didn't have time to, and I hope I don't cry on this, she didn't have time to for herself, because she was doing everything, you know for everybody, making sure everybody else was straight, and nobody was, making sure that she was straight, or, fulfilling what she wanted to fulfill in her life. You see? And so I think that's why, it made me very emotional, um, looking back at a old movie that I used to watch when I was younger. And so, like, even, the things that I do today, waking people up, or making people realize their stardom, or, what their authentic self, or whatever like that. Just helping the people along to, um, helping them to realize who they are. You know, Cinderella was very I would say selfless, but she always wanted to, design things, and you know you know not have to, clean up after everybody, and deal with other people's attitudes. Even the animals, the birds loved her, and that's how I live today. Animals love to be around me. I've been, seen it in dreams. So I think the reason why I got so emotional with it is because people think the people will look at me today, and think that, oh, I think I'm this, I think I'm that. It was at a point where I wasn't feeling that way about myself. And so for somebody to come and try to, make me feel down, looking at me like I think I'm all that, this and that. Now, it took me a long time to get to where I'm at, or try to make me seem like I'm arrogant, or try to make um, me out to be a bad person because I take care of myself. I know how to take care of myself because I know how I done took care of others all my life. You see, and so looking at Cinderella brought on a lot of emotions out of me, and not only that is because you know, although she had, she had to be this slave in her house and she was being mistreated, like she was trash, and she was the best treasure in the house. She was the best one in the house because of her humility, because of her ableness to get along with things that was lower than her, was when I when I say Lord, and I mean like animals like in nature, So they loved her, and everywhere I go, you know everywhere I set my foot at, everybody remembers me. It ain't nobody that don't do not remember me. Even when I didn't have a high self-esteem about myself, I always brought you know light to any situation in anybody's life. I always was there for people when they was at a low state in their life, to bring them up, to remind them that somebody do care. You know, people do love them, and that they not alone. You know what I'm saying? And so when I get I get people, and I'm very empathic, so I can feel vibes off of people, and then I can read people very well. And so when I get them vibes off people hating on me just because I've cultivated myself to being who it is that I am right now, or you know being spiritual in nature, or still being loving no matter what I've been through, or how somebody even people will be jealous in front of my face, and I still show them love. You see, because it ain't got shit to do with me and everything to do with them. You see, I get so tired of people trying to be in competition with me when I'm the one that shed light on them to bring them up. Stop being in competition with me. I ain't in no competition with nobody. Period. Stop it. Cause every time somebody feel like they want to bring me down a notch or make me feel a certain way about myself, I know that feeling because I done been there and done that. For a long time, I was in that state of feeling like that, and there ain't nobody gonna come in my life and try to make me feel a certain way about myself, but because of their own insecurities. And that's how I feel like y'all got to be stepping. Maybe this video will help you. This is my testimony. You know, looking at that movie, Cinderella, taught me that no matter how bad somebody wanna like put me down or whatever like that, though, like her raggedy ass sisters already knew that Cinderella had was special, and so that they wanted to diminish that specialness about her, and they couldn't, because that just was who Cinderella was. You see, they tried to taint Cinderella, and they tried to make her feel a certain way about herself. You see what I'm saying? And it made me so emotional because I know the feeling of people trying to make you feel a certain way just because they insecure, or they not meeting the match. They feel like they lack at something that I have. They can't do it or whatever like that. They want to be me, but they low key want to be me, but high key I can't see. You see. And so looking at Cinderella and her having to deal with her raggedy ass sisters with they envy and they jealousy about her and who she was. They tried to steal her inheritance. They tried to destiny swap with her. The prince fell in love with her because of like her essence. You know, she was different. She was it was just like she was like some she was the X factor. She was the missing piece. And so he fell in love with her at first sight because that's what he seen. She was different. She was unique. You see, and everybody want to be different and unique, but they be the same. You see, they be so the same that when they see somebody different and unique, they want to be that person. And I'm here to tell y'all, now one of y'all out there cannot be me. Stop trying. You never will be, and you never be yourself. That's the special thing about each and every one of y'all. Y'all are unique. Y'all have your own talents, gifts, and y'all own pathway, y'all own journey. You see, stop trying to compete where you do not compare. If you looking at the next person and you trying to make them feel a certain way, like I got this and you don't, uh, uh, just try to make somebody feel a certain way about them, and most of the time it don't even be their goal or what they setting they priorities on. A lot of y'all need to get y'all priorities right. Get y'all priorities priorities together. You see, and that goes for those of you who will look at this video and you looking at somebody else outside yourself, and you envious or you jealous about that person to where you trying to compete with that person. Stop doing that. That shit is not cute and it's not a good look. Everybody can see people's insecurities. You see, everybody knows what they're looking at when they're looking at somebody who hating on the next person or talking down on somebody behind their back. I'm just saying. So she had to deal. Cinderella had to deal with her raggedy ass sisters and her raggedy ass stepmama, evil, wicked, trying to put their foot in a shoe that don't fit. You cannot compete where you cannot compare. Period. That's what I got out of that. It ain't have nothing to do with the shoe size. It had everything to do with them trying to fit the mold of Cinderella. Y'all don't, none of y'all can't fit the mold of me. None of y'all can't fit the mold of somebody else. Be yourself. Period. That's all I'm saying. You can't if you can't be yourself, you gonna be trying to live up to who somebody else is. That's just sick. Sick in the fucking head. You see? And so they tried to take Cinderella and the prince would have known that, even if the shoe had done fit, the shoe had done fit one of them, he would have known it wasn't they ugly, raggedy ass. Cause they didn't have the beauty that Cinderella possessed. They didn't have that pure essence that she possessed. With everything she had to do, everything that she had to um go through her life. Her dad, her father dying. She didn't have her mother with her. Her mother, I think they say her mother passed. But yeah, being an orphan, being like, and it don't have to be to where your dad and your mama is dead. It could be where you just feel like nobody really cared for you, or nobody really liked you because of your difference or your uniqueness. They hated you for it. You see, they was jealous. They had an evil eye against you. I don't care how it may look in your life. They wanted you to feel you like you isolated and you by yourself. But see, Cinderella had her animal friends, which was her spirit guides, which was her angels. Even she had a ferret. She was so magical. You see, nobody couldn't take that away from Cinderella. Period. Nobody, no matter how bad they wanted it, they couldn't. You see, and this goes to a message for those of you who feel like you are, y'all behaving now. y'all, you feel like you Cinderella, and I don't care if you a dude, um maybe you feel um like you the one that's keeping everything together, or you the one that brings in that pureness to everybody, that wakes people up to realizing who they are, or whatever you do that's special, that if you was gone today, them people will probably die, or be in grief, or be just out of their mind, even though they probably try to treat you as something other than what you are. They try to diminish the favor of your life. They try to diminish, dim your light, even though they know you the one that's bringing it to their lives. I'm talking to whoever is like that. You feel that way. I'm here to tell you, can't nobody take your destiny. Can't nobody swap this for you. Can't nobody be you. No matter how hard they try, they can never fit the shape and mold that the Most High has created you to be. Period. They want to, but they can't. And all they doing is mocking, uh, imitate. They the imitation. You see, they ain't the original recipe. They ain't the one with the most flavor. You see, I'm just saying that's all I wanted to say. But she ended up Cinderella ended up with the prince. Um she ended up with her prince, and living in the castle where she belonged. She went through enough. You see, the bird, her spirit guides, and her angels, her spirit, they all follow Cinderella. You see, so like I said, nobody can take your destiny. Nobody can live as you. Nobody can take your shoes and try to put them on and try to walk in your shoes, because they don't know what you've been through. They don't know what work it took you to get to having that kind of light in your life, or having that light around about you. They don't know what it took. And when they try to find out what it took, they wouldn't even be able to survive motherfuckers treating them the way they treated you, or having people feel a certain way about you. They wouldn't even be able to live with that. They'll probably go crazy if they had to walk in your shoes, for real. But they can imitate, they can impersonate. You see, I never want to be no imitation, ever. That's like the scum on the bottom of my shoe. Never. So y'all keep on being who it is that y'all are. Y'all are beautiful. Don't let nobody try to make you feel a certain way about them being trying to be you, or them trying to be a better you. How you gonna be a better me? You be a better who it is that you are and what you was created to be. That's what you do. You see? Don't let nobody try to put you in a box, or try to steal anything from you. The Most High's granted you to have the life that the Most High's granted you to have, and that's what it is. Period. But peace, love, wholeness, y'all. If y'all have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever, write it down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you can resonate with being Cinderella or Cinderfella. I'm just saying. But yeah, peace, love, wholeness, y'all. Catch y'all on the next video or live.